week 18. And this is a quick vegetable garden tour. Not much has changed. My schedule has been really full, so I haven't been able to do a whole lot out here. I do have a lot of stuff I need to do, but it's getting there. The asparagus spearmint bed is doing good. Rhubarb's doing good. The one on the other side, I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if I need to get it more water, which I'm thinking is probably the deal. So I'm gonna run the sprinkler out here after I finish working today, and get it running. But I still have asparagus stalks coming up. The celosia looks good. I also have, which I love having these guys in my garden. I don't mind. Yeah, let's see, bend it so you can see it better in the light. Those are not baby, they're caterpillars. They are the black swallowtails. I get them every year. I grow dill mainly for them. And I've got quite a few big caterpillars, and then I've got that little itty bitty guy right there is one. So I'm happy to see them. My garden has been full of butterflies. The corn has gotten ridiculously tall. It's tasseling. I mean, if this all fertilizes the way it's supposed to, I am gonna have a ton of corn. I'm really excited about that. And what was shorter over here, all of a sudden just sprouted up out of nowhere. So I can't complain. Bless me. Corn pollen. I don't think the stuff at this end is going to do as well. It doesn't get as much sun as the front half does, because of the way that the sun comes up. So, and that's fine. I'm not going to plant corn here on this side again. Raspberries are looking good over here. I still have not dug up that raspberry or the one that's in with the corn, but I will. The onions are looking good over here. Seriously need to come and weed this bed out. Still haven't pulled the beets out. I've gotten quite a few harvests off the green beans. I've gotten, I think, about 4 gallon bags worth of green beans from this section. The zinnias have been a big time draw for the butterflies. My peas are reaching the end. I'm letting all of the pods get large and to dry, so I have seeds for next year. They probably have cross-pollinated, so I'll probably get some weirdness, but I don't care. So, but they are definitely bitten the bullet. I will be coming out here and pulling them hopefully tomorrow. I've got tomorrow off, and I will be planting pole beans to grow up. My scarlet runner beans are doing fantastic. I've never gotten beans off of the scarlet, but I have baby beans. And it's because I've always planted them when I would normally plant green beans, and they do not like the heat. I planted these back in February, and they are doing fantastic. Also, the winged beans that are an Asian style 4-sided type bean is shooting me some blooms, and they are just beautiful. They're like almost like a sweet pea flower, but they're blue. Yesterday I had a bunch of blue blooms over here that were opened. So last year I didn't get any beans, and this came up on its own. This is came up from what I thought was a dead plant. But do you see those scarlet blooms? Is that just not breathtaking? And of course, my pea pods are getting so big they're splitting. Look at that. Look how big that is. I'm gonna have to come out and get these picked so I can pull out the peas and let them dry. White dandelion. They're all over my garden now, which I'm really happy to see. Let's see, bee balm is doing good. It's getting big. It's probably about 4 foot tall here. It's a little bit shorter over here. My sweet peas are not doing as good as I'd like to see. But oh well, these were the flower kind. Swiss chard is doing pretty good over here. I didn't think I'd get anything, but I really need to get that center section weeded. Sweet potatoes are doing okay over here. Cucumbers are starting to take off now that we're starting to get some heat. I've got some more cucumbers that I've started in trays that I'm going to put here, and then I've decided to run wire on my 2 sets of stakes over here in order to plant cucumbers. So that's what's going to come over here, because I started a whole bunch of cucumbers. Probably not going to make a whole lot of pickles with them. I love them for fresh eating, but I'm growing them because I can feed them to the pigs, and I can feed them to the chickens and turkeys and ducks, and they absolutely love them. So I am growing it primarily for the livestock, and then fresh eating for us. The celosia is looking just stunning. This is a different variety back here than what I have in the front. Is that not beautiful? And then I have just the regular celosia you would see on the side of the road. Or coreopsis, sorry, coreopsis. I keep calling it celosia. It's not celosia, it's coreopsis. And that's a different variety of coreopsis over here. My elderberries are freaking massive, and we are starting to get flowers. They should be open. They look like big white umbrellas when they open up completely. The gaillardia is looking pretty. I have 2 varieties that are growing. I have the regular red with the yellow trim, and then I also am getting the red that has just the orange edges. It doesn't have the yellow. This is more of the classic right here, the red with the yellow, and then I have a red with an orange. I definitely need to come out and cut some of the seed heads. I want to get this planted in other places. I mean, it's beautiful. I love whimsical. Anything that's floaty and whimsical, I absolutely love. And then I've got some other things that are starting to show some signs of opening. I've got my little rose bush is sending up more stalks, so I'm kind of excited about that. And this rose bush has been just doing fantastic. I mean, the view from my kitchen window has been just stunning. I do need to come out and deadhead to get some of these old dead blooms so it'll continue blooming. So yeah, I just need to come out and clip, but the smell back here is just amazing. It has a real soft, sweet, with a very light hint of spice. This is getting bigger and bigger. I'm still not sure if it's really aster or not. I have not seen any flower heads on it, so I'm watching. My can is doing okay back here. The second one is starting to send up some flower stalks. So it has multiplied, which I'm not complaining about. And you can see the start of some baby seed pods. Once they dry, I will come out and pull the seed pods when they're dry and start some cannas inside. I'd really like to get more of them started throughout the yard. They're a really pretty plant, and they do pretty well here in Texas. My elephant ears are doing pretty good. I really thought that I had lost them. The other elephant ear is over here. So cabbage and the Brussels sprouts still doing good. I'm surprised they're surviving the heat, but our temperatures are starting to hit the 90s, so we'll see how well they hold up. Onions are doing pretty good. They're starting to bulb. I need to pull all of this lettuce out. I got to go through these pots and see what's salvageable. They've all stayed out in these pots too long. A lot of it's gotten really leggy. It's my fault. I planted a whole bunch of varieties with plans of getting them planted, and I didn't have things planned out very good, and that's 100% my fault. Strawberries are doing good. I actually got one strawberry the other day. I need to come out and fertilize. Like I said, the garden needs to be watered. Blueberries are doing pretty good. I did see the other day that I have a single blueberry, but this stuff needs to be watered. So as soon as I'm done grooming, I have a grooming dog that'll be here shortly. I will need to come out and water. I did come out and fertilize this stuff because it's looking so green or so yellow. And I know it's from being in these pots. I need to get this stuff planted. These are zinnias. So you see a dust on them. It's fertilizer. I came out and fertilized all of this stuff to see how it's doing and to try to give it some nourishment. The zinnias will get planted this weekend. The herb garden's doing pretty good. We got chamomile that's coming up. I need to come and clip that later this afternoon. The tomatoes are doing pretty good. These guys need to be staked. The ones that are staked are doing fantastic. This bed is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. My artichokes are doing good. More chamomile. More white dandelion over there. Lots of weeds. I do need to come and weed. I need to cut some of this Italian dandelion and take it to the birds. I've got tomato flowers. Hopefully I'll have a pretty decent harvest. They're looking really good. I do need to come out and prune the suckers and thin some of these out. They're getting pretty thick. These are teaspoon tomatoes, and they're literally the size of a pea. Little tiny red tomatoes. So I'm kind of excited to see these. It was a free pack that I got into Baker Creek. So flowers on all the tomato plants. Like I said, I do need to come out and prune. I'm seeing some yellowing on some of the leaves. The lovage is doing good. It's lovage, which is kind of like a celery. And this is feverfew. It's looking pretty good. Everything is adjusting to the new high temperatures. Okay, this is celosia. I need to get this planted. And this is okra and eggplants, cucumbers, some other things that I planted. This is all going over into the side garden except for the cucumbers. Cucumbers are going to get planted on these trellises. Like I said, I got to get the berries planted too, which I have not done. And these are all things that need to get planted as well. There's actually, I don't think anything in this flat. This flat just needs to be emptied out. So it's on my to-do list. Lately, I've just had so much on my plate. It's just not getting done as fast as I'd like. But this is my vegetable garden, week 18. And I'll keep you guys posted as it goes.